Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Folks, it is Wednesday, early evening, and I'm here to talk about Charleston White. Arrested, aggravated assault, animal cruelty, and weapons charges, okay? I want to kick his back in. However, I can't be a hypocrite. I'm a doggy daddy. And there's no video footage to my knowledge. These could be trumped up charges, you know? If there is video footage, we got to get him out of here. Got to get him out of here. But at this point in time, he has been released on bond. He was arrested this past Monday, for those who are up to speed on the story, down in Tarrant County, Texas, okay? Now, he went live on Instagram, and he was talking about, trumped up charges. His lawyer says he's confident he can beat it. Okay, I have to do research this afternoon to find out, did he get into a fight? Did niggas run down? Did he accidentally step on a dog? Where are these charges coming from? Animal cruelty. Be careful with those words because the algorithms are very sensitive. Where are these charges coming from? Now, also, there's a story that came out of Australia for those who may or may not have seen this. A 26-year-old woman, they just sat her dumb ass down for 12 months. She threw a dog off of some type of a parking terrace. Did you guys see this story? It gave her a year. So now Charleston is facing some very serious charges, but if there's no video footage and he's being somewhat sort of set up, I may have to give him a pass, just. Also, for those of you who follow my every word, yes, years ago, running around doing the most in the 80s, on a few occasions, we were collecting money from people, and I'm the one that suggested if we can't get the money, shoot the dog. Shoot the dog, choke the cat. But I am a doggy daddy, so, I'm very, very sensitive when it comes to animals, I can watch a nigga get, hit in the head with a meat cleaver, and I can finish my fucking plate of food. I can watch a Puerto Rican get ran over with a backhoe and not fucking blink. But if you touch a dog or you hurt a cat, now I got issues with you, okay? All right, troll babies, that's my main story this early evening, late afternoon. Okay, Charleston White, he has since bonded out. Oh, he's talking that boss talk, is he not, troll babies? Good afternoon. He's talking that boss talk. Did niggas run down? Where is this charge coming from with the animal cruelty? Charges do get trumped up by the police from time to time. Oh, and I heard Charleston say his cop friends and this and that. No. Charleston, in case you don't know, when it's shine time, police and law enforcement agencies, they do like this. When it comes to civilians, they're not there trying to get you out and talk on your behalf, talking to the prosecution. It doesn't work like that. Trust me, I know. So he may be on his own. He did say, I got money, a lot of money, as if, he can pay the legal fees. Okay. And I'm getting up to speed here, pardon me, on something he was talking about, or an FBI investigation involving Asian women and alleged kidnapping. Is he just, a nigga gone crazy? Is a nigga high on something, huh? Okay, phone lines open right now. Florida boy Jad, need to speak to you ASAP because I couldn't watch the video, but I have to ask, is my nigga Cameron, a.k.a. Killer, is he simping for a cougar? Oh, my God. Is the nigga all giddy over some 50-year-old coochie? Or if there's anybody from Harlem, tell me it's business. Tell me there's a plan in motion. Tell me about some conspiracy with, I don't know, maybe LeBron James or something. And, I don't know. Sheesh. Okay, also, my showrunner, medical billing and healthcare claims. This world of money, if you ask me, and I'm just getting into this particular world of medical billing and healthcare claims. This is bigger than Airbnb. This is bigger than real estate. Medical billing and healthcare claims. I've got two family members, an auntie and an uncle. And I'm just now learning about Medicare A and B, Cigna, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, what doctors, primary care doctors, are in network or out of network. If there's a specialist and you go to another state, how much you have to pay, copay. Sheesh. Now, I've always, paid for most of my stuff out of pocket. I have life insurance, yes. But in terms of, going to the doctor, surgery, I pay out of pocket. I don't want you all in my fucking business, filling out papers and shit like that. But this world, holy smokes, it's just, they don't want your cash. Correct me if I'm wrong, troll babies. They want to bill you. I was getting a wheelchair for my uncle up in Rome, New York. You know the one I'm talking about. And I go to get the wheelchair. I'm looking at the wheelchair. It's right there. And the woman says, okay, all I need is your credit card or debit card on file. I said, on file? I said, well, I'll just, pay cash for the, whatever it is, some type of percentage of the insurance that's going to cover it. She says, no, it's going to appear as a rental on your debit card, and they're going to charge you like $12 a month. I said, well, I'm not renting this. I'm buying it for him. And she said, well, no, that's how it works. And I said, well, how much is the wheelchair? And she said, $450 some odd dollars. And then they had other wheelchairs for like, $800, $1,300. He wanted a certain one. So I said, okay, I'll just, I'll play the game of the medical billing and healthcare claims. Just give me a second. She was nice, but she says, no, I need a credit card or debit card on file so we can bill you. And then when the billing cycle is over, you own it. I didn't want to put down my goddamn card. I don't want you billing me every month because then that looks like we have a contract. And then you have credit inquiries and all of that shit picks at, your FICO score and your credit score. I know this. I know that world very well. Credit. So I politely declined. I go online a little bit later on. I see the same goddamn wheelchair for $140 at Walmart. Walmart doesn't want a prescription like the goddamn the healthcare, his healthcare provider, Medicare. Walmart just wants the money. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Same goddamn wheelchair. I think it was $158 with tax at Walmart. This world of medical billing and healthcare claims, I printed out some stuff here. I need somebody who understands this world, medical coding versus medical billing. Hold on a second, some other stuff here. Front end versus back end medical billing. Oh, and here's what I said to the woman before I, just said no and left with regards to the wheelchair. And I said, listen, with all due respect, what do you do with people that come here from Venezuela, Guatemala, Honduras, and Mexico that don't have a credit card or a debit card? Do you then, reject giving them the wheelchair? And she said, no, it's a different category. I said, really? I said, well, what happened to Obamacare? Can anybody tell me what happened to Obamacare? I didn't vote for Obama, but, I know how to code switch from time to time, all right? Medical billing and healthcare claims. I want to just go over this because there's other things I'm going to be dealing with, medicine, copay, and, just all that sort of jazz, all right? Okay, so Charleston White, that's my main story. I want to do research here. According to Complex.com, the FBI launched an investigation recently into Charleston White. Is he just doing too much? I've got the Tarrant County inmate record here, and it's not detailed with regards to the animal cruelty. Did he set a dog on fire? Now, I did see a video with him where he was talking. He's a crazy nigger. Where he was talking about putting a grill lighter into a bird cage and burning a bird's leg. Did you guys see that, huh? I just looked at that video and I said, this nigga's capping, he's trolling. And I have no problem with that, if he's just capping and trolling. Hang on a second, I'm going to get to everything early here. Area code 732. You will be my first caller. Sit tight, 732. And then he was talking about some other things, something about cats. And, of course, he's trying to say, black kids and black people are suffering. Fuck an animal. I hear you, but that's not how it works here in America. In other countries, they boil cats. They have rats in cages where you can literally go pick out a rat, so that you can saute the rat and other things of that nature. But here, no, you touch a dog, you touch a cat, you got problems, okay? Hey, good afternoon. Talking about Charleston White, up to speed. 803.
Hey, peace, Star.
How are you? Cracking?
No, I'm doing well. Not too much. I don't have too much on the Charleston White on the AC stuff, but I did want to chime in with the medical billing stuff he was talking about.
Holy smokes! This is a new world for me. Medical billing and healthcare claims.
It's wild. It's been around for quite some time. It's a lot of money that changes hands.
Yes.
Day to day. Yes. Yeah, it's crazy. But you said a couple things. You said a couple things that kind of jumped out. One of the first things you said, they don't really want to bill a patient nowadays. They want to bill insurance. They don't want to bill a patient. They want to bill
the insurance carrier.
Insurance.
They want to
be the insurance carrier. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. If you're not walking with insurance, then it's on you. They're coming for your neck. So make sure we get that established. You have to have a valid card in your pocket.
Right. Yeah.
So but the second thing you mentioned, you said I think you said your uncle was dealing with a wheelchair. All right.
Well, hang on a second. I mean, he said he wanted one. He watches one of my summer homes way up in Rome, New York. So, I work with him, and he can walk, but he just said he wanted a wheelchair. I said, okay. So I'm going through the motions. All of his kids are dead, and I'm right there. I was getting the wheelchair from some goddamn medical supply place. And the woman hit me with the bullshit, the paperwork and a debit or credit card on file. And I said, why? Why can't I pay for this in one shot? They didn't want me to pay in one shot. They wanted to bill me as a rental. What the fuck?
Correct.
Come on.
Correct. And the reason being is, so wheelchairs and stuff like that, that's in a different realm. It's considered what's called a DME product, durable medical equipment.
Okay.
That falls under the line with like oxygen, home hospital beds and stuff like that, stuff that you take home. This is like after hospital care.
Okay.
She said the key word, which is paperwork, which means doctor's notes. So the way that wheelchairs get approved is what the doctor says in the medical records. They have to say specific like key words in regards to the wheelchair. Hey, this is what happened to his leg. This is what's going on with her hip. This is what it needs to be. Key words inside of those medical documentation to get that wheelchair approved. If those key words are not in the documentation from the doctor, that's when they start asking you for credit cards because, again, this ties into the rental piece. Your uncle may not need a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Right. So what happens is every month or two, he has to go back to the doctor to get reapproved for the wheelchair. The doctor has to continue to say in those notes, hey, he still has a need for it. His leg hasn't healed up, da-da-da-da. That goes off to the insurance. They pay for another 2 or 3 months, whatever your insurance plan.
If I can jump in, you sound like you know what you're talking about. But let me just say this. Yes, to get the wheelchair for him, I needed a prescription from his primary care physician. They sent the paperwork over to the medical supply place. Correct me if I'm wrong. They then approved it. They then called me. I go to pick up the wheelchair. So, yes, you're right. All that approval, keywords, yada, yada, yada. But the fucking billing part. I don't want you billing me every month. Why can't I just pay? And the answer is because they want to be able to double bill, over bill. I don't know, keep some account open. Help me understand why they refuse, just the money in one shot. Why?
Well, okay, then that ties into whatever durable medical equipment company that you go to, because each one is different. And the ultimate thing is at the end they make more insurance. They make more money from insurance if they bill it month to month,
yes,
as opposed to you buying it flat out.
Yes,
you're going to pay a cheaper rate if you buy it flat out. That's fine. The only risk that you run when it comes to buying it flat out is that something might happen to the wheelchair. Parts may break. The wheel may fall off. This equipment doesn't last forever. That's when you're going to start really getting charged when it's time to get this equipment repaired. You mentioned that you saw the same wheelchair in Walmart or Amazon. Yes, absolutely. You get oxygen equipment.
Sir. I haven't even begun with this topic. Stay with me. So I bought the same fucking wheelchair from Walmart. They didn't ask for shit. And then my auntie, who's developing dementia, she said she wanted a humidifier. Walmart, I bought her a humidifier. I said, fuck that. I'm not going to your primary care physician for a prescription for a humidifier. Do you also need a prescription for those humidifiers?
If you want it covered by the insurance, again, tying into that rental month to month. The only difference that's going to be started by you paying it out of pocket is that if your equipment needs to be repaired. Bottom line, it's a lot more expensive if you want it repaired when you buy this equipment flat out. And like I said, with the durable medical equipment, they're always going to push for the rental because you get more money from insurance if you keep it as a rental as opposed to you buying it flat out because you're going to purchase it at a lower price.
A fucking rental. So are you in the healthcare field? You sound like a knowledgeable man.
Yes, sir, absolutely. I've been in medical billing and claims going on over 20 years now.
Do you have your own company? Because I was talking to one of my ex-girlfriends. I called her about this wheelchair fucking situation, and she said her sister clears $400K a year doing medical billing. I said, what the fuck? Do you have your own medical supply store or something like that?
No, but I do work for medical billing consulting companies. So we basically just go into different hospitals because there's problems with bills all day long. It's a game back and forth with insurance and so forth. So a couple of my clients.
Sir, if you want to open up your own medical billing store, holler at me behind the scenes. I think this might be the wave. Fuck all that up. fuck flipping houses. Fuck Airbnb. Got to be billing. One more question, then I'll give you the last word. Are they renting?
Yes, sir.
Are they renting coffins too? Are they renting coffins?
That's out of my league, star. I'm not sure about coffins. No, I'm not sure about the coffin stuff, but the bills, the medical bills, and the equipment. Come on. I'm your guy. Okay. But again, at the end of the day, your paperwork is important. Making sure that the doctor says, "Hey, he or she needs this." Yeah. And like I said again, the only snag you may run into by buying stuff off the internet or in Walmart is that when it's time for repairs.
I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for having me. Peace.
Holy shit. Does anybody remember? I think it may have been 2003, right before I left Hot 97. I was on the goddamn show for like almost 2 weeks trying to invest in funeral homes. Nobody couldn't see it. I was ahead of my time, right? There was so many shootings going on in 2003 up in the BX. Oh, Brooklyn was getting it in. And fast forward, they now have drive-through funeral homes. Anybody in that live chat seen a drive-through funeral home, huh? You don't have to get dressed. You don't have to fuck with certain family that you don't fuck with. You just, you pull up. You can be burning a spliff, smoking a chalice, pay your respects for 10 minutes, and then you drive off. Oh, my God. Sir Shy, you calling? Okay, I think that's Sir Shy right there. Hold on a second. 510, Sir Shy, thank you for your patience and your support. Where do we begin, Sir Shy?
Yeah, quickly on the medical billing, I use a secured credit card, or I would use a secured credit card just in case there is any type of double billing. You just keep it at a certain amount, so therefore when they try to bill you for any type of medication for your loved ones or for yourself, if they try to double bill, there's only a certain amount of money. It can be anywhere from $500 to $1,000. And if they try to double bill you, that goes directly declined. And then they'll be calling you from Scam Likely and all these other numbers to be like, yeah, we wanted to deduct something from, and then you can double check your account and be like, oh, no, I already paid it. I paid it in November. So I think, black folks, we need to start using more secured credit.
Well, now, hang on, Sir Shy. To my knowledge, secured credit cards are not what they used to be, because there are now places that won't even take them. And to get a secured,
oh really?
Well,
okay.
I don't know. I haven't used a secured credit card in quite some time. But now, and to even get a secured credit card, they do want a social security number now. Yes, no?
Yeah, I gave mine when I applied for one and got it about last year, and I love it. I mean, I get any type of alert. It goes text message straight to my phone.
Right.
If I buy something from Best Buy and I'm making payments, I can see it. $99, $99. If I see $150, $175, fraud, and easily get my money back.
Yeah.
So again, maybe you're right, but most of the time, I think a secured credit card will work, and that's just a suggestion for the audience.
Sir,
but I'm not taking care of.
No, I appreciate your knowledge. Charleston White, he's out on bond, $31,000. The bond was set. Charges. Have the charges been trumped up, or did he pistol whip a dog trying to get away from niggas? What happened?
Man, I don't condone animal abuse. But hey, do you think Cardi B pushed a button? All this happened right after he went online and tried to ask Cardi B out for a date. I don't know. I think Barty probably pressed the button, bro. I think she did. And just a week right after.
You're going totally off the rails. You're saying because Charleston White wanted to get a date with Cardi B because she left Offset, that's why he was arrested?
Well, Offset left her, but yeah, I think that I think Cardi, she's not playing around. She's not gonna let Charleston White embarrass her while she's going through this little conundrum. So
gotcha.
I'm just throwing it out there, but yeah, Carlson,
you're high on giraffe pussy, sir. Sir Shy, I appreciate your donations, but you're high on giraffe pussy.
Me?
He didn't get arrested because he tried to date fucking Cardi B, but go ahead and finish up.
I just finished up. Roy, congratulations to Roy and his boyfriend Sebastian. I heard they're having a baby.
Okay.
And
thank
you. And I'm happy for him.
Thank you, Sir Shy.
Okay.
All right. Folks, I can't be a hypocrite. I'm an animal lover. But I have been in some situations where shit went left and, hey, man, niggas had to kick over the fish tank. Pow! Where's the money? Bang, bang, open this safe. Niggas stepping on fish, throwing expensive tropical fish out the fucking window. Anybody see the 2007 film with Michael Moore called Sicko? If memory serves me correctly, this is one of his least successful documentaries, but it was deep. It was about the country's health insurance and pharmaceutical industry. Sicko. Was that his last documentary? Did they shut him down after that? I think so. There's some other stuff that's going to come to mind with regards to the medical billing and healthcare claims. Secured credit cards are for 18-year-olds and broke people. Hashtag respectfully. Burr got your donation. Ooh, F that bum-ass dude, COINTELPRO. Shit. Okay. If Charleston White is just somebody who's been doing too much, call in and kick his back in. He can get the smoke like everybody else, goddamn. Area code 213. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Charleston White arrested and released on bond. You up to speed. 2.
Star, it's your boy Avo. Can you hear me?
Advo, comedian. What's cracking, man?
I wanted to start with the medical thing, the medical case.
Okay. Stay on topic, though, man. Come on, please. Stay on topic. I'm doing research. Come on.
I do feel like a lot of times the doctors are the ones that been making a lot of money of people. And, like, before, sometimes you need a prescription to be able to get a doctor. One thing is immigrants do get the right for Social Security. It's called ITIN, and that's how they could be able to be provided with a credit card, just to let you know.
ITIN? What is that for?
ITIN is an individual tax ID form that is provided by the IRS. And basically the only difference is that it starts with a 9. Before Obama gave me DACA, I used to have an ITIN. That's how I used to pay taxes.
IT, like T as in Tuesday, ITIN?
Yes. Yeah, individual tax ID form. Tax ID, yeah.
Well, what does the N stand for? Individual tax ID.
I think number. I think number.
Gotcha.
I messed up there.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You were saying? Go ahead.
So, and when it comes to Charleston White, I do believe that some people in the higher ups got to him, because once he started talking about like selling out to white people and not doing anything for the black community, that's when he gets arrested, you know? And I find it very suspicious that the charges are animal cruelty. I believe that in America, if you he already alleged that he did things to white women. He already alleged that he does done things to N-words. And I think the lowest level that you could get as a man is when you attack animals. I think nobody has sympathy for a person that attacks animals. And I do believe that he alleged that he was being attacked, and that's the reason why he pepper sprayed a cat. Now, I never seen a cat following people. Cats don't really follow people, so that sounds a little bit weird. Dogs do. Dogs do follow people. I have a German Shepherd, but I never seen a cat following people. You know, so it's very he said, she said. But I do feel like Charleston White is damaged goods. I don't like him as a representation of us minorities. So if they're gonna get rid of him some way somehow, I'm all for it. I'm smoking that Charleston pack right now.
Okay.
Like I'm.
Hang on a second. Hang on, Advo. Do you think because he was talking about the Middle East? You see that? Oh, I caught him. I caught him talking about the Middle East. Do you think that he said the wrong thing and somebody said, "Hey, this nigger's out of control. Let's sit him down."
He got to.
And you see, when they hit you, hang on. When he hits you with animal cruelty, it could be game over. I don't know for certain. Again, I have not seen any video footage. He's been talking hella crazy, but animal cruelty, that's a game ender. That's a game ender.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead.
Hell yeah. He was begging Aiden Ross for a lawyer. So, you know, he was just begging. He was saying, "I'll do anything except, you know, playing around with the booty hole." So he's willing to, like, right now he's begging. Like, I never seen Charleston White literally trying to be like, "I apologize," in a sense, and he's trying to be dismissive. But I think he's done. He's out of here. He's out of here.
I can assure you, if he has to go to trial, I don't know if he's going to plead out or lesser charge or something, but I can assure you, if this goes to trial, you will see a nigger buck dancing, cooning and buffooning. He will be doing the soft shoe, the boogaloo, and the bus stop. Telling the court he's sorry, he loves animals. It was all for fun. He was just trolling. If this goes to trial, you will see a nigger get broken. Go ahead and finish up.
And I'll have the popcorn ready. And I'll have the popcorn ready because one thing I hate is not hate. Hate is a strong word, but I don't like convicts turned activists. Like, why you gotta be a felon for you to actually do something for the community? I don't respect convicts turned activists. It's like, and shout outs to the felon guys out there, but we
don't do shout outs, sir. Slow that down.
Well, no shout outs. They second class citizens. I don't like second class citizens being in the front lines. So, sorry,
Okay.
I need somebody with an education, with a degree, with something that actually stands for it. Not a guy with one eye, and he's sending sex tapes to men. So Charleston White.
Easy. Okay, good to talk to you. Thank you.
Respect.
Okay. You know who I saw yesterday? Oh, my main nigga on the trigger, General Sarah Suitin Seti. You guys know who Seti is? Seti was calling Charleston White all sorts of homosexuals. Did they ever have tension or beef? Seti he's not really with all the celebrity stuff, huh? Black power. Somebody talk black to me. Seti was talking about Charleston White. I said, damn. Anicia, hey girl. Thank you for your support. Great to hear from you. Okay. I will have an update, Anicia, with regards to... Well, I got to move out of Stone Harbor first, which is going to be late January, early February. I'm under contract right now with this home. So I'm going to be heading down to the... let me just say I'll be out of here. And I've already started looking at yachts. I'll keep you posted. I've had a license for years to operate boats, but thank you for your donation. Aaron, I got your donation. Aaron says, Sicko was a great flick. Michael Moore has done several films since, including Fahrenheit 9/11 in 2018. Okay. A few dozen NFL players got knocked for scamming insurance. Okay. Thank you, Aaron. Do you want to call in, sir? Educate us or educate me on the insurance scamming? Okay, and someone just sent me a link to Charleston White. Andre, I got your donation. Peace, Star. I'd like to chime in on the medical bills. Where are you calling from, sir? What number? Just shoot your number. Here's my email address. Make sure you send in a donation. So I don't charge people. I don't like to talk to broke people. Respectfully, but just send in. You say, Star, I'm online, such and such, all right? Says Najee. Did I say that right? Says Najee. I knew Charleston White was over with when popped his glass eye out on camera. Hashtag freak show. Self-respect gone. I didn't see that. I saw the thumbnail, but I didn't watch that. Yeah, I thought that was, just, he was doing too much. Houston, where's my nigga Houston on the goddamn, on a Wednesday? Houston, is that you, sir? Houston, it's Wednesday, doing research, 713.
My nigga, what's popping? Where do you want to start with this?
Houston.
I got a whole lot
Did the nigga go crazy? Let's start right there. Did the nigga go crazy? Did he hurt a dog or a cat? What's with the nigga?
Dog, when I saw the charges of, they said not livestock, and the nigga was always talking about shooting dogs and doing something to them. White people love dogs, nigga.
Yeah.
They don't like they kinfolk. They don't like their babies. They don't like us.
Yeah.
Fuck with a dog. Oh, my bad. Mess with a dog. Then you out of here. When I saw the charge, I was sitting up here minding my old nigga business,
Right.
smoking my blunt, and I saw the charge, livestock. I'm like, hold up,
Yeah.
they talk about a dog.
Non-livestock. It says non-livestock.
Yeah,
Right.
non-livestock, nigga. I'm like, God damn, this nigga done kicked a dog, a cat, man, you can beat up and kill your whole family, but don't touch no dog, nigga.
Yeah.
You know how white people feel about that shit.
Now, hang on a second, Houston. I saw him speaking, and I saw another report that said he was in some type of situation, and, was he trying to flee? Was he having a fight? And because these charges, he's got assault with a deadly weapon. I don't know. I have no problem kicking his back in, but I want to be precise. Did the dog get in the way? Was he brawling with somebody and the dog started biting him and he had to hit the dog in the head?
I was just about to say that. Maybe because people use dogs as a weapon.
Right.
And goddamn it, if you send your dog towards me, I'm shooting that dog first. Send that little motherfucker my way.
That's a whole fact.
So that could have been the situation.
Yeah.
Because people use dogs as weapons. And, that probably was the case.
Yeah.
Man, don't get your dog to attack me. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Don't get your dog to attack me, man. I'm gonna do this in front of you, and then I'm gonna get to you later in a second. Just give me a minute. You know what I'm talking about? That's probably what it was.
Okay.
I'm just saying, because I know people that tried to sick a dog on me,
Oh, yeah.
and I did the Lord's work.
Sometimes you have to. Houston, listen, man.
Yeah.
Any knowledge on medical billing and insurance claims? This world, man, is crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, and then they send you like 3,000 texts a day.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
I went.
Yeah, I give people my Google number. I don't have a whole bunch of text messages and calls on my main phone.
You know what they did to me? I was in the hospital. You remember when I was telling you about the colonoscopy I got years ago, and then I had to do the gastro shit that went down my throat, and they had to clear out the thing around my pancreas and whatever. But they've been sending texts.
Sounds like you're dying, nigga.
When they come in that room.
Sounds like you're dying.
When they come in that room, you're not knowing what you're signing or agreeing to.
Right.
You don't even have to sign your name on anything. The what? They went up me, dog. I got to tell the colonoscopy story, dog.
No, Houston, I gotta go, man. I gotta take other calls, man. Great
My
to talk
bad,
to you.
my bad.
Great to talk to you.
Already.
Okay, that's Houston tapping in, man. Great guy, man. But if you don't cut him short, boy, Houston will talk for 30 minutes. Area code 908. Sit tight. You are up next. Sit tight, okay? Guys on the screen, today's show is sponsored by Devious J. Brand new videos, brand new tracks, and he also does editing. This is the guy to holler at. Tell him I sent you, okay? YouTube.com/@7Devious, okay? And he's a brand new link in my community section as well, okay? Luis, I got your donation. Star, the one-eyed nigger went crazy. Talk about Trump. What is there to say? What is it? Did you vote for Trump? I voted for 4 or 5 twice. I don't. The Supreme Court in Colorado. Okay, and? So you can watch Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, all these other platforms that do deep dives. Now, you mentioned Trump on YouTube. You can't even monetize the goddamn video. Call in and talk about it. Joe Pilot, I got your donation. Joe Pilot says the small hats stepped in with regards to Charleston White. I would assume so. He was talking crazy about the Middle East. And how many channels has he lost on YouTube? Area code 908. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Talking about a few topics. Are you there? 908. 08.
Star, what up, Star?
How are you, man? It's cracking. It's cracking.
Copy. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Where do you want to start?
I want to start with Charleston White, Star. I want to start with Charleston White. Now, you're a licensed gun owner, correct?
Sir, I'm not answering anything. I don't know you. What is your point, sir? Focus on Charleston White.
Right. I'm just saying the video he did where he was on his YouTube, I forgot what it was, his Instagram or whatever.
Okay.
He was saying, I'm scared of you. I'm scared, and he was pointing guns all on the screen, and he was saying, I'm scared. Is that what, did something develop after that? Is this what you're telling me? I've logged on live, and now you're saying he's arrested? Did something happen?
Well, sir, he's already bonded out down in Texas.
Okay.
Allegations with regards to animal cruelty. Are you up to speed?
I'm not up to speed. I thought it was something to do with the Crip, dude that was threatening his life.
Oh, okay. Can you tell us about that? That I'm not fully up to speed on. Which Crip dude, sir?
What's the name? Blue Mac or something like that? Blue something? And he's on there and he's like pointing guns. He said, I'm scared for my life, and he's pointing different
Sir,
guns.
with all due respect, sir, I'm doing research.
Okay.
Go back to sleep, okay?
Oh, it's a research show.
Go back to sleep, yeah. You call me asking me questions. I don't know you, fuck nigga. I'm not confirming or denying nothing. Asking me about guns and license. Who the fuck are you, weirdo? Sheesh. Hold on a second. 720. We're talking about Charleston White arrested. He has already bonded out. Animal cruelty charges. What say you? Are you up to speed?
Hey, Star, how's it going?
It's going, sir. Where do you want to start?
Well, I saw your first topic. I did want to mention the medical billing and the claims that you went through. So I personally have about 13 years in the medical field.
Okay.
And I know exactly what you're talking about as far as, how they overcharge you, as far as, what they do pay for, what they don't pay for. Unfortunately, the moral compass in the healthcare system, it has been eliminated. So it's all capitalistic.
Okay.
So that's what
I don't know what I'm talking about, sir. This is a new world to me, but I do know that when I call people on behalf of my auntie or my uncle, everybody is so nice. They've got so much time to talk. It's not like you're calling a fucking cell phone provider. You're not calling any other place about a billing discrepancy. They've got time. They want to walk you through the process, and then they say, can you, we have a survey coming up. We would appreciate it, yada, yada. They've got time. This is the ultimate stroke job, in my opinion. Medical billing and healthcare claims. Come on.
Absolutely. So I have a background in transplant, so I know exactly what you're talking about as far as medical billing goes. So there's a lot of billing that goes in just the whole transplant aspect. There's several departments that you have to speak with, that you have to meet with, consultations, things of that nature, testing, you got your MRIs, your CT scans, all that stuff. It all comes, at the end of the day, they're basically just telling you to bend over, and take it with a smile. That's essentially the healthcare system right now in America. And a lot of people are sitting here, why don't we have a universal healthcare system, things of that nature? That, the universal healthcare system is not efficient. It's detrimental, especially in Canada. They're going through it right now as far as them having that universal healthcare system. So when you want to get seen, they're basically telling people, unless you're literally dying, do not come into the hospital to be seen. So, unfortunately, Star, you're going to run into more and more issues like that dealing with healthcare in general.
Well, now, because of the, early, I don't want to say issues, learning experience that I'm having here, I'm not opposed to, helping my family members. They're older. But I need to be abreast on what else is coming down the pipe here. Pause. That was crazy. What else? What else?
No, I saw I woke up this morning about Trump. So I live in Colorado. So I'm already.
Sir, nobody cares about Trump and the Supreme Court. Let's get focused on medical billing, healthcare claims. What you said is very, very important. If you're dying, they don't want you in the hospital. They want you to come in and be sickly so they can prolong your death and bill the shit out of your insurance carrier. Yes?
Unfortunately, I mean, what they do is they utilize the insurance system. So it's a big crapshoot. Yeah. So essentially, the insurance is involved. The facility or whatever building or wherever you're getting your supplies, services is involved. You got it's stakeholders. So everybody basically, they want their piece of the pie. Yeah. It's just who's going to get the bigger piece.
Yeah. If you're dying, stay home, die respectfully and call the morgue.
Basically. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, basically. It's a cold world, ain't it? Get a jacket.
Hey, now hold on. So now I had a liver transplant in 2008. Do you know how much a liver transplant?
Yeah, you did.
A liver, not a kidney transplant. Some people think, oh yeah, the kidney. No, liver. I paid out of pocket. How much, based upon your research, does a liver transplant cost out of pocket? Not with insurance and the stay, yada yada yada. Out of pocket.
Right. It's $1 million. And so if you don't have any insurance and you come in my facility and you want a transplant, we want $1 million up front in escrow before you're even seen.
I paid half of that. And I got a Korean liver.
Damn.
Yeah. Paid half of that. I cut the line.
Did they make you put it all up front? You had to put it all up front, or did you have to put it in escrow?
Listen,
How the hell did you do it?
I put a deposit down, and I said, "Listen, I don't have time. The left side of my goddamn body is yellow and fucking numb. Can I cut the line? Can you kill somebody? Can you kill somebody? I don't have time to wait because the insurance. Yeah, with insurance. Well, back then, if I remember correctly, with insurance, it was close to 800,000. Now it's $1 million, I'm sure.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but back then I was looking at maybe 6 or 7. I think 7, something like that. Go ahead, I'm sorry, you were saying. Go ahead.
So they didn't have. So when Obama got in, he made basically the whole marketplace to where he required people to buy an insurance. So
right.
Was your liver transplant pre-Obama or post-Obama?
January 2008. You told me.
Oh, so okay. So I dealt with patients with liver, heart, and lung. And the liver patients, those ones are probably the most difficult patients to deal with based upon them being sober, and basically abstaining from, substances, things like that alter, their condition.
Yeah.
Were you? Was it hard for you to stay sober during your evaluation process and all that, or?
I'm still an alcoholic, sir. Rehab is for quitters.
So no.
Rehab is for quitters.
Okay.
Hey, I go hard or I go home, sir.
I'm glad you're still kicking, sir. I'm glad you're still kicking, man.
Well, listen. Hey, man, I appreciate the call. So can you just, in your own way, shape, or form, can you confirm that this is one of the biggest, if not the biggest racket in America? Medical billing and healthcare claims? It's got to be big.
I would say it is the biggest. Definitely, and especially like I said with transplant. We're basically giving people time, which in the natural world, you can't. That's the only thing you can't buy, or you can't get back. So we're giving people actual time. So with time, obviously, there's going to come. You gotta give something to get something.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's ultimately what it comes down to. So if you want to live, don't complain when you get this bill in the mail.
That's right. If anything, just go see Blue Cross, Blue Shield, or hang on a second. If you can't pay the bill, apply for Medicaid and then some type of low income program. They will pick up the copay and the other charges. Does that sound right?
Well, it's a little different now. So you when you think about it right now, like I said, it's capitalistic. So there's a lot of policies involved, like the government, state. So it depends on what state you live in.
Right.
So currently in Colorado, what they did was they created something called the Hospital Discount Care Program. So basically, this is essentially for immigrants.
Right.
So people who basically have no insurance,
Yeah.
you have nothing. If you come in our facility and you qualify for that,
Yeah.
you basically can get even a transplant.
Yeah.
Off of just that kind of coverage.
They'll take care of you.
We basically have to chalk it up.
Right. Crazy. Hey, man, I appreciate the call. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, you're the man, Star. Thank you.
Thank you. Salute. Yeah, 2008. I was almost out of here. So listen, come on. I'll put an extra $100K on the table. Catch somebody lacking somewhere. I need a fucking liver. Now! Hold on, guys. Deeds just sent me a text. Deeds says in New Jersey, it's called charity care. Ooh. Deeds also says you can use a portion of your life insurance for coffins. It's called insurance assignment. Thank you, Deeds. Yeah, I've got life insurance. Holy smokes. Guys, sit tight on the phones. I want to make sure I'm acknowledging my sponsors here and people who are supporting the machine. Hey, Charlotte, how are you? Charlotte says, have a great show. Thank you, darling. I'm doing research, and this world of medical billing and healthcare claims it's got me off balance. I have to call back tomorrow because I had to, with my uncle, who's in upstate New York, I had to, well, I don't want to put his business out there. I had to call another agency to change some of his information, and then that takes 24 hours to process. And, again, everybody's just so nice. This is the jukes going down. Literally. Okay, I just spoke to this person. Okay. Corey, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. I don't see a message, but I appreciate your support. All right. Okay. Thank you, Andre. I got your email. Salute to you, sir. Salute to you. Let me go to area code 910. Hold on a second. Good afternoon. Talking about Charleston White. Trumped up charges, or did the nigger go crazy? Are you up to speed? 910.
I'm up.
Yes, sir.
Up to speed, Star. This is Corey. I dropped the donation.
Hey, man. Thank you. Where do you want to start?
Yeah, very, very much so. Up to speed. Charleston White is trumped up charges. I've been watching from the jump what Charleston been up to. So he got locked up, and it's basically like he said. It's people. It's a police that was in what's that part from Texas he's from? Well, it's the black police in Texas that was trying to get at him because basically looking at him online. He said how what's the thing when he did that interview with Cam Newton. It's at over 6 million views right now.
Right.
So he knocked out that. He said after that they hit him up. He had already knew a year ago that they was talking about the dog thing. He said that the owner of the cat, because it's the cat that's on video that everybody can see, that he said he sprayed the cat, but the owner sitting right there with him. He didn't spray no cat. You can't even see it on video, but he said it on video.
He said it.
But there's no evidence. Right. He said it. So he's basically saying when he has the cat owner that's got to be there to say, no, he didn't spray no cat. He's gonna beat those charges. Then he also had the charges about the gun, and he's saying where the guy hit him. He was in the barbershop. The guy hit him, and basically he was going after. Right. He was going after the guy with the gun, but it's like, hold on, you telling me I can't defend myself? So he's gonna beat all of this. He's gonna beat all this 100%.
Now, hang on a second. I appreciate the call. Now, if the cat owner disappears, or if the cat owner gets approached by, sounds like the hip hop police down there, and is he in Fort Worth or Dallas?
It's Fort Worth, and he said he just moved to Dallas.
They play dirty in Fort Worth. I've been down there a couple of times over there by the DoubleTree Airport. But anyway, yeah. Now the cat owner better be careful because they may step to him, threaten him.
I was thinking the same thing. That's very possible too. But I think like he was saying, what I'm afraid of is that he was bragging about saying he's gonna beat it.
Yeah.
He's saying all it takes is for a state case is good money, and he can't come out of character, and that's where I check him out at. It's like he is being a character. I know how to differentiate from him being a character to him being serious. So yeah, I'm Team Charleston all day.
Yeah. Well, now listen, man. I mean, I'm a doggy daddy. I'm an animal lover. I'll kick a nigga's back in if I see you doing something to an animal. But in this particular case, I have not seen anything, and I want to be fair, because he says shit, and he even admits that he was just talking shit. But now, if we see video footage of him violating an animal, I'm gonna fly down to the goddamn the courtroom. And try and get that nigga canceled and letting you know.
Yeah, the video that I saw that is circulating online, he says it, but there's no where it directly hits the cat.
Right.
Yeah.
This might be what they sit him down for a little while. I mean, listen, if they can't catch you on, bigger charges, robbery, shootings and shit like that, they'll catch you on some small shit just to sit you down,
Oh yeah, look at his numbers. His numbers is pretty big. So again, over 6 million views on the interview. He's been going viral, but I guess maybe with being on there with Cam, now he's getting to another level now with all the attention that he's getting. So it makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah, he's probably embarrassing the police in his county. They're tired of the sheriff's office. We're tired of this nigga. Nigga's doing too much. Sit the nigga down.
Exactly.
Sit the nigga down.
Exactly. Take a little break. Take a little break.
Hey, I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
All right, sorry. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Florida Boy Jay, where are you, sir? Are you calling in? Can somebody tell me, is Killer Cam simping for Nia Long? Is there a Harlem nigga that can call in and tell me this is some type of business move or something? Damn. Killer's supposed to be right now, he's supposed to be out there with the lotto on his arm, Glorilla. Coi Leray. Don't laugh at Glorilla. Glorilla got her nose fixed and she got a little breast job. The hater misses nothing. How old is Nia Long? Hold on a second, man. I mean, I'm not going to kick Killer's back in. But when I say somebody, that's my guy, that's my guy. I'm not going to do that sucker shit to him. Ant Live, I got you. He says salute star in the chat. Okay, Nia Long, she probably takes pills for depression. Damn, she was born in 1970. She's from my generation. Huh? She was out there playing Scully in the 70s. She was jumping rope, wearing earth shoes with a hat on a mood ring. Damn, Killer. Come on, my nigga. In reality, she was probably born in 68. Wikipedia says born in 1970. She's probably 55. Oh my God. Okay, I'm a fallback, man. That's my guy, man. Call in if anybody has intel. Okay. Let me go to area code 417. Good afternoon to you there. 417. It's Wednesday. Doing research.
Hey, Star, what's good?
How are you, sir? It's cracking.
I'm loving your channel. I just wanted to say thank you a lot for accepting my call. And I want to congratulate you on all your contributions that you've gave to this culture and your endeavors, man. Good luck.
Well, sir, now's not the time for me. With all due respect, never mind me. So we're talking about Charleston White and medical billing. If you could just
all right, so let's get to both. Let's get to both real quick.
Please.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm calling from outside the United States right now.
Okay.
The medical billing in your country, you guys are all screwed. Long story short, you're all screwed. Everybody gonna die. There's no coming back from that, kid. No coming back. Two, Charleston White. I'm not going to keep you too long. When you're so smart that you're stupid and everything goes wrong and your world crumbles right in front of your eyes. Peace to everybody around the world. Make sure you don't crumble. Don't crash out. Charleston White is the prime example of being super, super intelligent and super smart and jumped off of a building with no parachute and is going to crash out.
Wow.
Either somebody going to blow his head off or he going to trip and hit his head and kill his own self. It don't make no sense. Us people got to get smarter as a culture. We got to do it. We got to stick together. Try hard. Try hard. It's Jason Jones signing out.
Thank you, man.
Star, good luck with your endeavors. Peace,
yes,
man.
Yes, sir. So thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate compliments, folks, but I want to stay focused on the topics, you know. Hang on a second. I printed out some things here that I'm going to read these later. About what medical coders do. What the hell is front-end medical billing? Insurance eligibility verification, point of service collections, encounter form generation. What is all of this? Claim generation, claim scrubbing. You know, I bet you there's a couple of females watching me right now. They're in this world, and they don't want to be there. I'm bored. I want to do something I like. They're trying to get into the entertainment industry. They're trying to be YouTube content creators. This is the goddamn way to go. Troll babies, correct me if I'm wrong. Medical billing. I called another buddy of mine because I was pissed off about the whole wheelchair thing. I said they wanted my debit card on file. I called an old buddy of mine. He starts telling me about ordering compression stockings for his aunt. Compression stockings. They got the stockings. The stockings didn't fit. He then had to take them back. Something with the prescription had to be updated. And then he said he went online and Walmart sold compression stockings. Okay, Florida Boy J, I guess he's busy today. I spoke to him earlier about Cameron. Let me text him. Hold on a second. Let me see if he's calling in. BCDFG. I'm live. Guys, on the screen right now is the PayPal information for the show. For the next 30 days, we're doing 50% off on promotion and marketing. If you send, a PayPal payment, we always send you the analytics. We're doing some nice different things for the holidays, as we always do. We're going to have a hate-a-thon. We most certainly are. We're going to sit here and smoke and drink and talk crazy. I may want to do it either on Christmas or New Year's, so you definitely want to be involved in terms of advertising or sponsorship, okay? Infinite Trends Studio got your donation. I can do a consultation if you think I can help you. Absolutely, sir. Just make sure you make your payment at the PayPal link, okay? And then send me an email, and let's talk about it, you know? I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I have lost channels, so I'm going to tell you what's going on by way of trial and error. Hold on a second. Reach insurance, the claim has to be scrubbed. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Andre says front end bill, the bill before it reaches insurance. The claim has to be scrubbed for errors before it goes out to insurance, or it will automatically deny. Sheesh. Everybody's got time to talk when you call these people. Let's go to area code 845. Good afternoon. Good evening. We're talking about Charleston White, arrested. He's bonded out, charged of animal cruelty and other things. Are you there? 8.
Yeah, I'm here, Star. I hear you.
How are you, sir?
Yeah. Charleston White is a clown, man. He always into some shit. He just got charged at his comedy show. They try to whoop his ass. He always got something going on, you know what I'm saying?
Well, he actually threw the pot first at the comedy show. He set it off, so, you know.
Yeah, I know. He always got some shit going, you know what I mean? But, I mean, the other thing you was talking about, too, with Nia Long, man, I would go after Nia Long before I go after Gorilla, man. She looked like Bow Wow with a fucked up extension.
All right, sir,
you know
sir, listen, it's early evening. You know, you already used profanity 3 times. You can talk.
I'm sorry.
Sir, listen to me. You can talk without being so vile and vulgar. You can do it. Try. Come on.
No, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that, Star.
Come on. I'm listening.
Yeah, I respect the show. But, yeah, man, I would definitely take Nia Long over Glorilla or any of the girls you named. You know what I mean?
I would take Glorilla over Nia Long. Glorilla's lit. She's young. She got a firm body. Nia Long has got callus on the bottom of her feet. She's probably got the discharge smells different. Smells different than a young girl. You know, stretch marks.
I don't know, man. I think she holding up for what is she? 62? You said? I think she looked good for 62.
I didn't say she was 62, sir. I didn't say that.
Oh, you said? Oh no, you said she was born in 68 or 62. What you said?
Wikipedia says 1970. I'm assuming maybe 68. All
right.
Go ahead, finish up, sir. You have the floor. Finish up.
Nah, the only one that look good right now at the new ones is probably Doja Cat, and she weird. So. You know what I mean?
Sir, Doja Cat is hideous without that makeup and that wig. Oh, my God.
I mean, Ice Spice looks like she got Down syndrome without the makeup on.
I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you.
Please.
Okay. Folks, there are times when, you can use profanity later on in the evening, At daytime, we have to take it easy. 1 or 2 curse words, okay. But when I feel you're just going into a direction of just, being vile and vulgar, I have to say something. This is a business here. This is a business. Let's not get it twisted. Lance, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Hold on. Something else I wanted to mention here, guys. Actually, I'm going to hold off. I don't want to put too much on the table right now. I want to check. Okay, Florida Boy Jay's he's busy. I think he's in Vegas, guys. Has Florida Boy Jay been going live? Said he was just in L.A. and then he was in Las Vegas. And let me promote my vodka sponsor, Zawadi. Vodka.com. Please go there. Check it out. That's what I will be sipping for the upcoming Hate-a-thon. I'm looking at Christmas. If we don't do it Christmas, we're going to do it on New Year's. And we're going to go off the rails. Yes, I'm in that zone right now. Let me go to area code 516. Good afternoon. We're talking about a few topics. Charleston White, are you up to speed? 516.
Again.
Hey.
Again, I love you, Star. I listen to your show a lot.
Hey,
I called
girl.
in the other night.
How are you?
How you doing?
Good.
Okay. So, Charleston White. I'm tired of that nigga. I'm so sorry. I was rocking with him in the beginning. Right. I feel like he's another Bojangles. For real, he tells people water is wet. He lets people know hell is hot.
Right.
He's really not saying nothing so groundbreaking to me.
Right.
It's wise. Maybe it needs to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
But the spaces that he goes in, doing what he's doing, I want to know, how long is he going to keep on getting money from interviews with no platform, nothing on his own? You know, how long is he going to keep doing this? He's annoying.
Does it say anything? Does it say anything about the culture? And you see, I'm not hating.
Absolutely.
I'm not hating because if I were to say what you just said, oh, you hating, Star. So I'm just, I'm throwing it out there.
He's annoying as fuck. And you know what's crazy? You know when people do these reaction videos, they rock up with what he says. Like, they ain't got no fathers and no granddaddies in their life. It says that. It could definitely say that there's a lot of misguided people that nobody never told you this before. Mm-hmm. And then I think he's a big liar. You see, you give him time to keep talking on certain interviews. He'll be like, oh, I never cheated on my wife. She honors me, I honor her. Mm-hmm. Then he's getting around talking like, yeah, I be cheating on my wife. Like, he's just a joke to me at this point. Like, yes, he says things we need to hear, yeah, but should they come from him? And then the biggest thing is you work with the youth. What kind of example, the way he runs his mouth, what he says, what comes out of his mouth, constantly. You're doing this for money. I think he's older than what he lets on. I thought he was in his late 40s. The man's probably like early 50s. He needs to sit down. He really does. He needs to sit down. But people are going to keep on paying him for these interviews, and I get it. And the other day you said something about Blueface. He was like, why? Why is he? It just, why? So I just feel like certain people are just forced on us. Mm-hmm. He's another one, just getting forced on us left and right.
If I can jump in, and I can appreciate, I can appreciate what you're saying, but there is a weeding out process where more so today. There is a weeding out process that has to happen. Again, I'm not just going to kick his back in because I'm older and I've seen his type. He's a certain type, and you're right. Mm-hmm. You're right. What he's saying, there's nothing new. He's regurgitating and rehashing things that other people have said. But again, I don't want to be the one to point it out. Let him do his thing. If he's helping, then hey, that's a good thing. He does work with the youth. I can appreciate that. As far as the trolling and the other stuff, doesn't bother me. I don't follow him, so I don't know what he does or how often he does what he does, and the beefing and the back and forth on social media. Sadly, that's where we are in society. It's not just people of color. Hispanics do it, Caucasians, Asians. Yeah. Every culture does it. Good. I just want to say that, to be fair.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm just really getting tired of it. I'm going to still watch like a train wreck and hear, what are you thinking? I guess that equals views. That equals money. That equals attention. It's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like, I am going to listen to him, but I don't know what the animal, he got animal cruelty.
Animal cruelty.
Right?
One of the charges.
Did he pepper spray somebody? Like, I heard somebody say he pepper. I don't know exactly. The charges have no details when you Google it.
Right.
So aggravated, assault, he might really get in trouble this time, or might get sat down. He's been in quite a bit of trouble with the law, which is ironic because ain't you trying to be, I feel like you're working with the youth, you should be the biggest example, you should set a better example, but quiet as kept, he keeps his life very private, but he's just, like you said, too much trolling. I'm done talking about that.
Well,
But anyway,
stay with me for a second because I want to ask you about Nia Long and Cameron. You sound like a knowledgeable woman. Now, at the same time, with everything that Charleston White is doing, we want the bullshit. We want to be entertained, right? You sound like a woman who's doing the damn thing. You have a career, and when you get home or whenever you have some downtime, you want the bullshit. You go watch. You want the tea. You want the mess. And if he's handcuffed and they sit his dumb ass down, you're gonna watch every video that has his face in a thumbnail. Yes?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps.
and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not gonna jump for joy, but like I said, I am gonna look at it like a train wreck. Like I said, everybody was feeling what he was saying when he sat down with Cam Newton. Oh yeah. Oh, well, it doesn't matter about my delivery when I'm addressing evil, but I just feel like everything that comes out of his mouth, it's atrocious. A lot of the things is atrocious. It's like a buffet. You got to pick out what's valuable, what works for you, but you call how much are you really working with the youth now? How much are you really working with the youth at this point, I don't see him. I don't know. They say he's doing stuff, but a couple of times they stopped him from going places and doing certain things and in the flower pot, he's like, well, if I could do this, I'll go viral. Okay, he unlocked the key to something for a little bit of bread for himself. Like,
right. Okay,
it's
now,
not going to stop.
Before you go, I have not watched Cameron sitting there all giddy over Nia Long on his platform with him and Mace. Salute to him and Mace. They're doing their damn thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
They are.
Is he open on that 50-year-old plus girl?
He might be because it's the nostalgia thing for him. J. Cole put her in the song. Oh, I was too young for Nia Long, so she was, probably the crush, the pretty. Remember her on, Will Smith, the show? Yeah. Nice little waist, pretty. She to me was just a beautiful actress. She never really could act to me. So at this point, it's just one of those, you meet your idols or, she's kind of starstruck maybe. Right. Maybe she ain't even really his type for real. She's probably not even really his type, but just the aesthetic and just the nostalgia of it all. Yeah. It's really what it is.
I don't want to hit on her if they have something that is working for them, but just, he's been around the world. He's one of my top 5 greatest rappers.
I fuck with Cameron.
Top 5.
Right, killer.
Yeah. So I mean, if he's found what he's been looking for, salute to him. But I don't want to see him simping. I don't want to see him simping. But hey.
No, I wanted to mention one more thing because you asked about coding and billing earlier. Did anybody answer your question about that yet?
Somewhat, sort of. Do you know that world? Holy shit.
Yeah, I went to a school, so the codes are like procedures in healthcare and diagnoses, right? Usually when you sit down and say somebody's a biller or work for an office, a hospital, what have you, they got to get those codes right. There's a lot of, nuances. And, for diabetes, for example, is a certain code. There's a certain code behind each procedure and diagnosis. And then the billing is what you put those codes, you set those codes up and give it to whoever your insurance company is. Sometimes they can reject it. So it's a whole world. It's something, like I said, for these places to get paid for whatever the work is in healthcare.
I'm fascinated by how intense it is. Again, I've just been doing other things throughout my life and paying for out of pocket for most medical expenses to avoid the matrix. But now it's at a point where, I need to be abreast on things because people are coming from other countries and they're not paying any copays. They're not paying a percentage of anything. They're just getting free medical, dental, and hospital stays free.
That is true. It seems like they give everybody with nothing everything. Right. And if you got a little something, you get nothing. What is that? I've been knowing that for half my life already. Yeah. And it's I don't think that's going to change. Fucked up. Yeah. Excuse me. I don't think that's going to change. But, Star, you my favorite. I listen to you all the time.
Oh, thank you.
You see that 516? Make sure you answer. Have a good night.
Okay. Thank you. Bye now. Okay.
All right. Peace.
Great call. Guys, hang on a second. I forgot to put something in the live chat. Okay, super chat with Star. Why am I having issues pinning that to the top? Deeds, is it me or are you out there? I'm trying to pin. It won't let me pin. What the fuck is going on? That's so weird. Guys, on the screen right now, 20for30.shop. Speaking of insurance, you can win or you can be eligible for $250 if you go to 20for30.shop, okay? Submit your declaration page. Tell them I sent you, okay? Charleston White, let me go back for a second. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I can see through the bullshit a lot, you know? And the bullshit is beautiful. We all want to be entertained. Charleston is entertaining. But if all they have on him is macing a cat, then I think that's weak. Anybody have any other information with regards to Charleston White and these charges of animal cruelty? Okay, yeah, I don't know why can't I fucking pin the goddamn... Let me take a call and see if I can figure this out. In the meantime, let me go to area code 408. Are you there? Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be.
I'm in the Bay Area, big nigga.
How are you?
So about the Charleston White thing.
Yeah, Charleston White.
I think a lot of people are glazing over the fact that I watched the interview that was right after he got jumped on stage.
Okay.
And he did it with a couple of comedians. I think they were interviewing him. And they asked him who he was doing the show for. And he was doing the show for the the black trail riders of Texas.
Okay.
And I'm not knowing if you're familiar, but they're pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they're black.
Okay.
So those are the people that are kind of, they put him on. So whoever he got into it with in that area was somebody's family member, and they're not going unchecked. So this is not street shit. This is politics. Because when you start messing with the higher echelons in Texas, you're dealing with politicians and people who are invested in have a lot to lose. And you got some monkey on stage making them look bad at one of their annual events that he was there working at. Mm-hmm. Okay? So let's not forget that. Now, just because you in a room full of black folks don't mean that they ain't who they say they are. You know what I mean? We've all been to a gala event where somebody brought their nephew and he gets drunk and gets into it with somebody and blah, 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 and whatever happens.
Good point.
Well, this was this was in front of everybody and they all saw it.
Right.
And it made them look bad. So I'm sure somebody put a phone call into the town sheriff or somebody who was close enough to make some heads roll, and that's what they did. Because if you're telling me that he got in trouble for macing the cat, and this dude done went coast to coast macing people, pulling guns on people, getting into it with people, and nothing's happened to this man, and then he gets into it on stage with somebody who obviously was the aggressor, or at least pushed it to the point to where it went there, and this is what happens days later, then, I don't know what I'm talking about there.
Right. Stay with me for a second. Texas, one of the most, if not the most, states in America that people are migrating towards. I'm people from other states, not just
a lot of people from here in California bailed out during the pandemic and moved to Texas, and they brought their ideologies with them, like they did to Nevada, which is why don't nobody want nobody from California and Nevada, but all those people have moved back since then. If you notice, they have mass exodus from Texas back to California because now all those people have to come back, and come back to Cali because, you can't really make as much money out there as you could out here. Mm-hmm. And most of them were smart when they moved out there. They didn't sell their houses. You know what I mean? You still
hang on a second. I'm looking at usafacts.org. It says 596,000 people moved to Texas from other U.S. states in 2020.
And how many have moved back?
And hang on a second. This article is dated May the 15th, 2023. USA Facts. I don't know about move back. Let me see if I can scroll down.
Well, I just watched the report on the news because myself, I kicked it around in my head if I wanted to move other places or stay put. And I just saw a report on the news here locally in the Bay Area where they said about the same number, maybe a little bit half, maybe like 270,000 have come back since then.
Come back.
Within the last year and a half.
But why?
Because now they made everybody come back to office.
Why are they going to Texas? What is it? What's down there? I mean, I've been there.
Cheaper. It's cheaper.
It's gotta be more than that. It's gotta be more than that.
No, it's cheaper. Look, the
taxes,
house I grew up in.
Taxes, business.
Hold on, hear me out. Hear me out.
Go ahead.
Okay, the house I grew up in, my dad purchased in 1971.
Okay.
It's a 3-bedroom. It ain't 1,000 square feet, right? Like all the other houses on my block that I grew up on. All of those houses are worth $1.5 million. My mom is sitting up in that house right now. It's worth $1.5 million, right?
Okay.
If my mom was savvy, because she's older, if she was savvy, she would have took some equity out and went and bought 3 or 4 houses in Texas. Right? So what are these young tech people doing that own these houses that are worth 1.8, 1.9, and they can Airbnb the bitch, or excuse my language, while they're living in Texas? You know what I mean?
Jump in?
And you're not losing any money by moving out there. You're still getting your California pay, but you're living in Texas.
Can I jump in? With all due respect, how old is your mom? How old's your mom?
My mom is 69.
Okay. Your mom.
I'm 47.
Okay. Your mom and people from her generation, in her defense,
are not savvy.
No, a lot of them were the first to get city jobs, sanitation, bus drivers,
correct,
and other things,
correct,
aside from being homemakers, postal workers. Right. So they saw, prior to their generation, they saw black people in Wilmington, North Carolina, Atlantic City, New Jersey, the Black Wall Street. They saw black people lose everything by way of violent, vicious white people. So it's not that they weren't so much savvy. They just felt that playing it safe would be a better option. Does that make sense? Yes.
True.
Yes, we got hang on, let me just finish your point and I'll let you finish up. Yes, we got a 30-year mortgage, but we're going to keep this home for the kids and the kids. True. The kids, they'll be smarter, they'll have more opportunities, and they can do the things that we couldn't do. I respect that about people's parents from your mother's generation. Go ahead.
No, absolutely. No, you're correct. My father was a sharecropper from Georgia. My mom was born and raised here in Oakland. So when they got together, my dad got his American dream. He had a job at the Ford Motor Company plant here in California.
Yeah.
My mom was a homemaker. She had 2 kids, me and my brother.
Yeah.
You know, you're growing up in the 80s. There's nothing to worry about. You're fine until, you know, times change in the late 90s, early 2000s. Now those houses are, like I said, worth $700-800. When you paid $40,000 for it, $60,000, it's time to cash in. But if you don't cash in, now you have that rolling. You know what I mean? And now it's worth $1 million. At that time is when you should either sell and break it up, break your kids off so they don't have to wait till you die, or you stay put and you, like I said, you make the house work for you. Right. You know, I'm getting off topic, but what I'm saying is Charleston White basically, he offended some of the wrong people in those areas that he was in.
Okay.
Dallas-Fort Worth is split. Dallas is black, Fort Worth is white.
Right.
Okay? So when you do that and the black people out there are powerful, now you're making them look bad to their white counterparts. Their money is both green, but if you got a fool on there making your gala event look bad, and I don't care how big or small you want to say it is, and then he's up there showing stacks of cash, and we all know what cash means.
means you didn't claim it. you know what I'm saying? Like how much did you give this boy? You know what I'm saying? You know, so you make, he's not understanding what he's doing, and what he did was piss off the wrong people. And I tell you, by this time next year, we might be, if we do see Charleston White, it'll be on a good side for him. Like, he should be happy that we still know who he is a year from now.
Good point. I appreciate
and let me circle back on your second point about the medical billing.
Yeah.
I know because I have friends that have businesses for it.
Okay.
It's a hustle. It's like real estate.
Yeah.
You know, you get into
I think it's bigger.
Open up a business.
It's bigger than real estate.
And I'll call my cousin in Detroit and be like, hey, you want to expand my business and do medical billing in Detroit? You do it in those areas that are not impoverished, but to have a lot of like Medicaid, Medi-Cal, you know, and you get those accounts from the hospitals and you do the billing.
Yeah.
It's a job that your wife can do if she's sitting at home taking care of 6 kids.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? And she can make $75 an hour doing it, 40 to $75 an hour. You know,
send that bitch in my direction. Send me that bitch.
You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So it behooves you to figure it out and then say, okay, I'm gonna start my own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me start my own. Yeah. So. Yeah, I
gotta take other calls, sir. I gotta take other calls. Thank you, man.
I know you don't like fans and stuff, but man, I've been listening to you since the '90s when you used to write in the source. So I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay. All right. I started doing radio in March of 2000. I wasn't doing radio in the '90s, but thank you. Guys, please go check out Devious J on YouTube. He's sponsoring today's show, okay? YouTube.com/@7Devious. This man puts out great hip-hop content. Marcy's Minute, got your donation. Salute, Star. Have a great show. Charleston White. Whoo chow. #drama. Yeah. Troy, I got your donation. Star, the one-eyed buck dancer has good aim. Henry says, yo, boss nigga, this the third super chat of mine that you missed. Well, listen, Henry, no super chats are guaranteed to be read. That's first and foremost. I try. Most shows don't even read your super chat. So, you know, it's a donation. 2 of them on a previous, well, call in, man. Stop with all that. We missed something, yada, yada. Okay. I don't guarantee a goddamn thing, man. You got people out here that won't even fucking acknowledge you when you donate to this show. I started this donation model, and I hate to even say that. Hang on a second. Area code 908, can you sit tight? You're up next. 908, just hold on. I think Dana with the data sent me a text message. No state income tax in Texas. That's right. Okay, so that's what makes it appealing on a large scale. Skylar Saunders, I see you, sir. Sit tight. Hang on, Skylar, coming to you next. Okay, Troy G says the one-eyed buck dancing, flower pot throwing nigger and cat kicking nigger gets more attention than Bam Dusky's bottom. Okay. Oh, good. Well, okay, listen, we've already discussed Bambaataa as much as I even care to. At this point, it's just, you know, it's redundant. There's other people that are banding together to file lawsuits. Just give it time, okay? But I'm not spearheading anything with regards to that. I mean, I broke the story. Everybody knows that, you know. But thank you for your donation, Troy G, okay? Area code 908. Good evening. Are you there? 908.
Hey, Star, I'm here.
Hey, what's
John.
up? John, how are you, man? What's cracking?
Hey, what's going? All right, man. Yo, it's good to see your show. Been following you for years.
John, can you take the headset off? John, the headset. It sounds crazy, man. I want to hear what you're saying, but it's kind of loud in the background.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Give me a second.
I'm gonna pull over. I'm gonna get you over my Bluetooth.
Okay.
Is this better?
There you go. How are you, John? What's cracking?
Yeah.
What's cracking?
No, not much, man. Just here to try to enjoy what's left of the holidays.
Okay.
I wanted to touch base on Cam and Nia Long.
Please, Killer Cam.
To be honest with you, yeah, Cam. I love Cam from back in the day, and even now, I like what he's got going on with Mace. Cam's a good dude, man. I think what he's doing is shooting that shot that everybody wanted to shoot from the 90s to early 2000s with Nia Long, whether she old or young, man, because, we all had a thing for her back in the day, and I guess he figured, hey, at 53, that thing's still good, What do you think?
I think he's a world traveler. I think he's a person of notoriety, a man of substance. He's still got swag. He's lit right now. He's lit. Meeting what was once your crush, okay, but I mean, I'm asking. I mean, he's not like dating now officially, is he? I mean, I'm asking. I don't know. I couldn't watch the video when I saw him they said he was all giddy. I said, I don't want to see that. I'm asking, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the man's just out there, he's living his best life right now, so he's figuring to shoot whatever shots he can, wherever he can, I guess. But, I'm here for it, man. Whatever he, makes the man happy, I'm here for it,
Is he simping?
Yeah.
What wasn't he? He and Mace. Who was that? They were clowning about somebody supposedly spending a couple of $100 racks on Ice Spice. Who was that, Troll Babies? Remember that? They were clowning some basketball player. Yeah. And they said, "Yo, you could have."
Yeah, basketball player
got her a slice of pizza. What person was that? I forget. You know what I'm talking about?
I forget as well. I did.
Was that Jordan Poole?
The podcast.
Was it Jordan Poole?
I can't say because I don't remember, but I think the name does ring a bell. But they said something about you could get a shorty like that and just something better and just take her out for pizza or something like that. She's from the Bronx or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny, but I got to give Ice Spice props, man, because she's just running with what she got. And, it's a 15 minutes of fame, man. You just rack up what you can until it dries up and then fuck it, move on. Pardon my language.
Okay.
But that's how I see it these days. Everything is a quick grab, man. Because if it wasn't for social media, man, people would actually have to pay dues and have true talent to get up, to where you need to be. But right now, you can just be a star by just doing the dumbest things online and just having a big following, and that I'm not really with that, but it is where we live in now,
Okay. I appreciate the call, man. I'm going to let you get back on the road. Thank you for your support. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, man.
Okay. Was that Jordan Poole that they were clowning with respect to Ice Spice? I'd rather see Killer Cam push up on Cardi B. Does that sound crazy? I'd rather see Killer Cam holler at Cardi B. No, Nia Long. Come on, man. Skylar Saunders. Skylar, sit tight. You're up next. Hold on, Skylar. Dana, are you calling in? Dana with the data. Is Killer Cam open on Nia Long? Sheesh. Okay, Deed says, Cam said he and Nia Long aren't dating, but he did give her his number. Well, she's going to holler. Oh, she's going to holler. She was sitting there talking to Jeezy. She got Jeezy in this world of trouble he's in right now with, what is his soon-to-be ex-wife's name? talking about she don't want the daughter around Jeezy. She don't feel safe with the firearms. And, Nia Long got him into trouble. That's an old cougar starting shit. Skylar Saunders, good afternoon, sir. You there? Skylar.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
How are you, man? What's cracking?
Doing well. I want to get into Charleston White.
Please.
Questioning you. I know you're an animal lover. You're a doggy daddy. I understand that. You had words about Michael Vick. Do you still think that you should get locked up for, harming animals?
I have not seen video footage of Charleston White abusing an animal. Right now, it's just allegations.
Right.
I do know firsthand that law enforcement can put charges on you, bullshit charges. I myself have put charges on people, bullshit charges. So I'm trying to be fair and objective, but if all we have at this point is macing a cat, I don't know if I want to see him get sat down for 6 months for macing a cat. You have anything more?
That was the report. That was the report. I didn't see the report on what animal was. They said more information will be provided later or something like that. But I didn't even see it. It was macing a cat. That is pretty vicious. I think that is definitely something against an animal. That's definitely an issue. I didn't see it.
Back in 1988, I'm very transparent. A guy went to the police. Yep. A guy went to the police in Coney Island, Brooklyn, filed a police report about just some people who kicked in the door trying to collect money, and a dog was shot. The dog wasn't killed, but a dog was shot. So there's paperwork out there. So I just I think about paperwork popping up, and then I'm looking crazy. So I'm being very, very real. If we don't have a dog being pistol whipped, shot, a cat being set on fire, a little mace, is that a bad thing? Go ahead.
I was going to say, if it seems like it would be, unless the cat in question is attacking him and he was trying to defend himself.
Good point.
He can make that argument.
Good point.
You make that argument, but I think besides that, and that would be. If he was just doing it just because it was Tuesday, and he felt like macing a cat, and that's a different story. That's what the judge has to decide.
Right. Skylar, what's new on your platform before you go? What's your latest video?
New on my platform? I didn't. I'm glad you went on the air because I usually going on at 4. Sometimes going on later, but
okay.
I have. Rihanna or Robin Fenty and ASAP Rocky. She loves the fact that he's a good dad. I always represent for good dad.
Okay.
I also have Kendrick Lamar and this old beef, but it's been cooked again with Big Sean, and I have Dolphins with thumbs. I'm going to talk about Dolphins with thumbs.
Well, now, hang on a second. If we can go back, Rihanna, is she? I heard she was regulating ASAP Rocky's mother. You up to speed on that?
I'm not up to speed on that. I just saw the headline. She's in love with the fact that he's such a good father.
Yeah. I think ASAP Rocky and his mother either had or still have some issues. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if those issues were resolved, but Rihanna is from Barbados, not to be confused with Jamaica or Trinidad. So those those women are very snooty, and I can see her regulating and making ASAP Rocky's mother, make an appointment before she can come see the grandkids.
Yeah. I can see that.
Okay. Star Report. Okay, Wednesday evening, back in the building, and we're talking about Charleston White, recently arrested, and he has been released, accused of animal cruelty and assault, aggravated assault, with a deadly weapon. So, to be fair, I have not seen video footage, and, has he been set up Now might be the good time for a conspiracy for some of you who, you follow him intensely. I never met him, never spoke to him, but I can appreciate what he's done and what he continues to do for the youth in Texas. I have seen him, active, and he's entertaining. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, phone lines open right now. Sit tight, and also thank you for your donation, Morrissey's Minute. Okay, I read that one. Thank you so much. All right. And guys, at the top of the live chat is the link to Streamlabs for the 50% off for the next 30 days of promotion. We're going to be doing some different things for the month of January. Pardon me. Okay, so that's the link. Right. Let's go to area code 708. Good evening. Are you there? Charleston White, Killer Cam, or medical billing and healthcare claims. You have to speed. 708. If not, I got to keep it pushing. 708. Are you ready?
I'm here. Hey.
Hey.
This is Chicago Shay. I'm actually one of your former bloggers
back
girl. In the day. I don't want to say how long ago it was.
Chicago Shay? That's your name? Chicago Shay?
Okay.
Good to talk to you. Where do you want to start?
But I wanted to touch on a few things. So the medical billing thing, I actually work for one of these insurance companies. Ooh. And one thing that I will say is that
let's go.
When you go to the doctor or you go to the medical centers or you go to the ER, these people who work there call the insurance companies and they have to go through questions. A young lady earlier talked about the codes and all the different diagnoses that these people at these facilities have to actually tell us what's wrong with you, right? 9 times out of 10, they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. Okay? When I did that job, I was reading a script.
Okay.
I ended up knowing the script forward and backwards, but I could not say, hey, that's not the correct, code, or that's not the correct, you're choosing the wrong thing. By the time we get done with this call, this is not going to be approved. Because there are people who work in these centers that are incompetent. They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Are you still in that field, the medical billing field, healthcare and stuff like that?
I got the hell gone. I'm in IT. I'm in tech.
How many years? How many years were you in that medical billing?
I only did like 2 years because it was kind of hurtful to see how easily something could get denied simply because someone who works in the medical center doesn't know what they're talking about or they're rushing or So, I would get customers, actual clients rather, that would call through this line that was only for medical centers, hospitals, et cetera, that would say, hey, my wife she has cancer. I'm like, this one individual didn't answer the questions correctly. I can't say that.
Okay. If I can jump in and say that, my reason for discussing this is that I feel that it's such a lucrative monopoly, if you will, and the billing is insane. Are more people of color, African Americans, are they at the helm? Are they in positions of power, or are they just pawns, spokes in the wheel, so to speak?
No, absolutely pawns. This is bigger than, I don't know, because what I do well is I get into a company and I see what's wrong. So immediately we would get phone calls from people who were trying to submit a claim or, try to get authorization for a procedure. And I could tell that this probably doesn't even exist anymore. This person probably isn't even alive. We'll hang up and call back and say, oh, I got that question wrong. Let me try again. So would
it be fair to say that your feelings got involved? Would it be fair to say?
Absolutely. absolutely, because you actually.
Do you have a friend whose feelings don't get involved, and she's about that Skrilla, and I can link up with her because my feelings wouldn't be involved. This is a racket, girl. What you talking about? Hang on, what you talking about? People getting denied, yada yada. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the millions, perhaps billions of dollars that's being made. That's what I'm talking
need to
about.
Find people who more than likely don't even exist.
Okay. Okay.
And then you file claims for them for procedures that they aren't getting.
Okay.
Pay the buck.
The call is being recorded for quality assurance, you know.
Quality assurance. Absolutely. So it's a lot going on behind the scenes.
Well, hang on. Why'd you only do 2 years and get out? You're in IT now?
Hell no.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I mean, I've always worked with computers, as you know. I've always worked with computers, so that I just decided tech was where the money is. Tech is where Black people need to be investing their time and their money in. They're getting upset because we're breaking into the industry in large numbers. And getting those $100,000 salaries off the bat.
With all due respect, I never handled the bloggers, so I'm not familiar with you. No disrespect.
Yeah.
So
no, that's fine. It's been a long time.
Yes, listen, I'm old, but now hang on a second. Let's go back here. This medical billing field is crazy. The money that's being billed and generated. Are you getting crazy money in the tech world? Because the tech world is very, very iffy and sketchy. A lot of people ain't getting that money. They ain't getting that money.
The tech world ain't going to get you killed. Medical billing and all that other stuff, talking about people who are investing in your demise from the time you're born.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
So from every cigarette you smoke, everything you eat, everything, they are calculating that. Every time you go to the doctor, they are putting that in your chart. Everything you do, every time. Every doctor knows every prescription you've ever had. You can't even lie.
So let me ask you this. You've already admitted that your feelings got in the way, possibly your moral compass.
Yeah.
Did you ever inflate the numbers to help the company make, an extra $2 million? Did you ever inflate the numbers?
No, never inflated the numbers, but I have helped get authorization approved for people who needed it.
There you go. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
listen,
that absolutely.
I appreciate you calling in, but again, if you have a friend who's about that medical billing world, please tell her to holler. I want in.
Let me also say this before I go real quick, because I'm at the liquor store. I'm ready to go on the liquor store. The Charleston White thing, I'm glad. Every time Charleston White gets or gets in trouble, I'm happy, because he is on video literally saying that he took it from a woman.
Right.
He's on camera. If you look it up.
Right.
I was done with him after that. There's nothing to offer us. We come from that whole, Farrakhan, SETI, dinner. Like you're nothing. At the end of the day, you say some funny things that our uncles would say,
Okay.
out loud.
Great to talk to you, girl. Great to talk to you. Okay. She talking about her feelings, girl. I'm talking about this Skrilla, medical billing. Area code 843. Can you sit tight? You're up next. 843. Hang on. Medical billing and healthcare claims. Damn. Can you imagine being one of those agents or whatever the word is? You get somebody on the line and they got an infant or a toddler. They trying to get a breakdown or something with the copay, with the medication, the hospital stay. Does it work something like commission? You offer them some type of healthcare package, you know? Medicare has the A and B, and is the dentist part, is that C? I want in. 843, good evening, are you there? Are you calling from, what area are you calling from? 843. Good evening.
I'm in North Carolina.
Okay, how are you, sir? What's cracking with you?
I'm good. I was gonna say, back in the '80s.
Sir, can I ask you to come closer? You're on a headset. It sounds really bad. I want to hear what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
Give him a second. I'm gonna take off the fly nigga headset. You ready now? You ready?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Well, sounds a little better. Okay, what's cracking?
Okay, I'm from a place called Harvey, Illinois.
Okay.
And back in the '90s, or in the '80s, the Cook County was struggling with medical care. They had programs like Humana or something like that. They had Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Okay.
I can't remember all the names of them. To me, back then, it was like a scummy, slummy job. People used to keep it kind of secret if they worked for the collections.
Okay.
And you're right. Like, there used to be incentives and stuff like that, a lot of corruption and everything. And, yeah, I don't know.
Well, sir, I don't know nothing about corruption. I'm just saying that it's profitable. You know, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the people that I'm dealing with, and they're so helpful. And in the meantime, they're hitting my auntie and my uncle with all sorts of fucking programs and the charges and the fees. It's insane. It's through the roof. I don't know if it's, you know.
Well, man, I agree with you. That's why I'm watching you, and I called in. I agree with you, and I think the whole thing needs to be seen.
Well, don't agree with me, sir. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm asking for help.
Man, you sound like me. I don't know what I'm talking about either. I like your vibe, and I wanted to call in and say what's up.
Sir, your phone sounds like shit. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
What did he say? He likes my vibe, and he just want to say what's up. Chaka chaka cha. Chaka chaka cha. Is it Pamela? Pamela, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Well, season's greetings to you also, Pamela. Thank you for your continued support. Okay. Yeah, Pamela, if you don't mind, use the PayPal link if you're looking for any type of sponsorship, advertising. It's right there at the top of the live chat, okay? And we can talk, if not today, definitely tomorrow, okay? Keep 3 slipping. I got your donation. I do not see a message, but thank you for your donation. And is it Canis? Canis lupus. I'm a licensed Medicare agent. I can give you info. Oh, sir. Can you call in, please? Do you have the number? It's on the screen. It's right. This is a racket. This is a huge goddamn racket. 917, are you there? Talking about Cameron. Is he simping for Nia Long, Charleston White, or medical billing and health care? 917. Yes, no, maybe. Got to go. Are you ready? 917. Let's get him out of there. 813, you there? Good evening, 813.
Yes, sir, I'm here. What's going on?
What's up, man? What's cracking?
Hello.
Sir, you're standing far away from the phone. What are we doing? What are we doing, sir? What are we doing?
You ready?
No, I'm not ready, sir. Are you ready? You're calling me.
I'm ready.
Come on, man.
Charleston White. All right. So, the first thing when I seen the news that he was arrested, seeing that it was for animal cruelty and 2 assaults. My first thought was that it was from the show the other night, because when I first seen the clip about where he threw the mic in the flower pot, I was wondering if charges were going to come behind that. Now further, research, whatever, I guess it was from where he was into it with the Crip, and I guess he chased him with a gun is what they're saying, supposedly. But Charleston White has spoke since he's gotten out, and he has said that the cat video was that little prank video that he did, where he never really sprayed a cat. He never sprayed the cat.
Yeah, I saw I heard the audio of him talking since he's been on. I heard that audio, yes.
Yeah. And I went ahead and watched the video. It's showing him in the driver's seat. He's got the pepper spray in his hand. He's like, oh, look, I got him. Oh, he's wiping himself. And the cat is 15 feet off. It doesn't show anything. But I think that the arrest.
Did that person go to the police? So somebody must have filed a police report, yes?
Well, they said in the video, Charleston said that somebody had sent it to the police department. And,
okay.
Yeah.
Sir, your phone sounds like complete shit. I can't do this. I can't do it.
I got you, man. All right, man. You have a good show.
Okay. Alex, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay, so someone just sent me a video. Hold on a second. I don't want to play this too loud. Is this him supposedly macing the cat? Where is it? Wait a minute. Okay. Now, okay, this video is like sideways. Who sent me this? This is horrible. Okay, Charleston's sitting in a vehicle. Is he macing somebody from the driver's side? Oh. I can't. This is not a good video. Please don't send me crazy Instagram videos that keep fucking going up and down. That's ridiculous. (215) Are you there? Good evening. We're talking about a few topics. 215.
Hey, sir.
Hey. Who's this?
It's Deeds.
Hey, what's crap? Deeds? Oh, Deeds. Hey.
Yes. You gonna act like you don't know me.
I didn't notice the number, Deeds. What's cracking? What's going on with you?
Nothing much. How's everything?
Life is great. Charleston White, do you know what I'm talking about? Some video supposedly, did he mace a cat, or can you not see the cat, with the pepper spray?
Honestly, I don't know. I didn't keep up with the video. I just know he had got arrested, something to do with animals. I didn't look at any videos.
Animal cruelty. Okay. You want to do some promoting tonight, Deeds, or do you want to talk about, you've been texting me. Thank you so much. Keeping me up to speed on things.
No, it's, anytime. I do what I can. Yes, I did put up a new set of War on Mammy shirts today.
Nice.
So it's at the top of the merch shop. You can see the banner at the end of the show. I'll put the link in the comments after the on a rebroadcast. We still got I'm Not Your Brother. We still got Karen's Must Be Stopped. Concerned Citizen. We got the Star Report logo. We got the Troll Babies merch. Hats, cups, mugs. You're kind of late for Christmas, but you can still get your merch in if you want to do a late present or something. Go to the shop and make a purchase.
How are the Friend to None of You shirts doing? Friends to None. That's one of my old sayings from 1999.
In the beginning, yeah, they haven't gotten any in a while. I guess in like the past month, no one, but that is still at the top of one of the best sellers.
Nice.
Troll Baby sell a lot too.
Okay.
Salute to the live chat.
Okay. Hey, you and I talk every day. For those who don't know, did we speak this morning or this afternoon? There's a video with a black woman. She got down on her knee and proposed. Did you see that? And supposedly they're dragging her. Black females are dragging her on social media. You know what I'm talking about?
No, we didn't talk about that. We talked about the lady with the dog over the terrace.
Right. You sent me the link.
Right, yeah, we didn't, yeah, that's what we spoke about. We didn't talk about a lady.
Well, hold
so
on.
You got to start sending me this stuff.
Well, hold on a second, guys. Yes, Deed sent me the link that I referenced in the beginning of this particular show. 26-year-old Caucasian out of Australia. Yeah, through
Perth, Australia.
Yeah, Perth, Australia. Threw her dog off of the parking garage terrace. The dog survived, but this gangster bitch, 26 years of age, went up on Facebook and said she did the dog a favor. She has since taken the post down, but they sat the bitch down for a year. Gave her 12 months in jail.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. What do you think they're going to do to Charleston White if the charges of animal cruelty stick in Texas?
Oh, well, that's going to be a wrap. Look, Michael Vick still hasn't lived it down. People, the animals got more rights than humans, and people need to stop playing with these animals. People will crucify you over a dog. You can do whatever to whoever, but don't touch the animals. So people will hurt you over the animals.
Yeah. I'm being.
So they might have to. They gonna have to sit him down for at least a year.
Yeah. I'm trying to be fair, but if we see any footage from the past with Charleston White harming an animal, I'm gonna kick that nigga's back.
It's over.
All the way. But,
it's over.
All right. Anything by way of WWE deeds you want to bring us up to speed on? I see Hulk Hogan just got baptized. Do you see that?
Yeah, you got him a new wife.
I didn't know.
He got him a new young wife, and yeah, Hogan's still trying to redeem himself from his scandal all those years ago.
Mm-hmm. Guys, Deeds
when he got caught using the N-word.
Yeah, Deeds is heavy into WWE. In case you guys don't know, anything else by way of WWE?
They had this. It was a female wrestler from she's from New Jersey. Her stage name is Liv Morgan. Okay. They arrested her down in Florida for weed. I didn't even know you could still get arrested for weed in places. But other than that, it's really not too much going on. They getting ready for the Royal Rumble and the Day One pay-per-views, and yeah.
Okay. Deeds, great to talk to you. Thank you for keeping up to speed. And yes, folks, we have limited edition.
Oh yes, one last thing.
Come on.
One last thing.
Come on.
Everybody swear they love me in the live chat. Send me a Christmas present. My Cash App is $Deeds812.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank
Good
you,
to talk to you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, bye. That's Deeds. Deeds handles this channel along with my alleged daughter, Amy. Somebody sent me a long email talking about, I'm a fan. How'd I get a copyright strike? Well, I told you what not to do. You decided to do it anyway, and they got at you. Anyway, hold on a second. Salute the whole blood clot chat. Bro, is it Hulan? Got your donation. Thank you so much. I think I'm going to take one more phone call and we're going to wrap this up. I think we've done enough here today. And guys, please keep me up to speed on Charleston White if he addresses, I'm sure he will, the arrest. And if he gives any more updates and details, please keep me in the loop. Okay. My last caller, hold on a second. Where is this call I was waiting for? I don't know if this is the one I'm waiting for, but 561, you're my last caller. Good evening. 561. Are you there? Are you ready?
What's good, Star? What's good? I'm here.
Oh, wait, man. It's cracking.
So, what's good, man? This is Henry. I'm the one that sent the email, bitching earlier. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get past that.
Hang on a second. Hang on. You sent an earlier bitching?
No, email regarding the super chats.
Well, why are you sending me emails about super chats? Why?
Yeah, I sent it because I didn't know that you could do this thing through StreamYard. I'm still doing it through YouTube. I'm still, again, my apologies.
You're sending donations. Where are you sending them? I mean, listen, I try to read things. Most people don't even read your shit, right or wrong.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
It's a donation. It's a donation.
So yeah, please don't send me emails bitching about a goddamn donation, man. Just send the screenshot with what you said, and I'll try and get to it. Sheesh, come on, man.
You got it. You got
Finish
it.
up.
It's
Finish
noted.
up.
It's noted. It's noted.
Finish up.
All right. So about the whole Charleston White thing. Charleston White is going to get the book thrown at him. Unfortunately, that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
It's what's going to have to happen because you look at let's take for instance TikTok. Yeah, all kind of people that's doing all type of stuff to animals, spraying cats, throwing cats to the on the damn floor.
Okay.
Just everything's going on. No charges, no bullshit charges. He's going to eat this charge because he's too loud.
Okay.
He's too loud. He got at the wrong people, and they're going to make an example out of him. He's going to go on an apology tour like you've never seen before. He's going to go ahead and say, look, hey, I'm sorry. I got one glass eye. I don't know no better. I'm working with kids. Please be lenient with me. That's what's going to happen.
I don't know his full background in terms of his transgressions. And if I had to guess, some of the people on TikTok, who are doing the things as you just said, they don't have the charges from the past that he does. So you might be right. Maybe he
right.
pissed off the wrong people. Maybe the sheriff in whatever county he was arrested in, maybe they're just tired of him. Do you want to see him do some jail time? Do you want to see Charleston?
Absolutely.
Right? Come on.
Absolutely. He needs to go quiet for a bit, for sure. Yeah, I definitely believe that it's going to do him some good.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's going to destroy his career. If he's out of the limelight for too long, he's going to come back and nobody's going to know his name in a year's time.
Okay. I appreciate the call, man. Have a good one. Thank you.
You too.
Okay.